Hi friends, in my previous video on PLSQL course, we had discussed about execution block. Okay, so that's a code block we discussed and various and so on we had discussed on that particular topic, correct? Now we are jumping into exception block. This is the error handling block. This is also optional block, but it's for a good and best coding practice. Exception handling is the key. Okay, if you don't handle the exception, it will propagate and the client it will return to handle it, correct? Like if you handle it properly, you can maintain it well. What is particularly causing the exception? Okay, so like again, like this is the basic level of exception I'm going to talk about, like for the beginner level people. So like taking a few and so on, like no underscore data found. So you are trying to fetch one data but the data is not found. That is called no data found exception. And when you are every select statement, correct, like expect to return only one row at a given point of time, but if it returns more than one row, that time this is called too many rows exception. And whatever the exception, like we discussed, no underscore data found or too many rows, or all these are like a predefined exception or system defined exception we can call it. So that is not handled very well previously. Rest all will be captured under others block. That will be the last exception to be handled, so which will call unhandled exception. Okay, then user defined exception, anything specific to business rules. For the application specific business want to handle it, you can define your own exception. That is called user defined exception. So to give a quick brief about the exception, it can be classified into two categories: system defined or Oracle or predefined we can call it, or user defined exception. These two categories only we can understand in our mind. Okay, now let us quickly jump in. So now I gave a overview and brief about it, right? Like the exception, what are the categories, and what the answer we are going to discuss everything, correct? Now quickly jump in. So I gave an overview on objective, like what is exception, everything. I don't want to repeat it again. And objective, so how the predefined exception going to handle it, and user defined exception, correct? So let us quickly jump into the first hands-on example, understanding the basic level of exception. So here what I'm doing is, like, I'm creating a variable called v underscore number with a number data type. I'm trying to divide with zero divisor. So let's try to understand what's going to happen in the background. Okay, so if I try to run this one, you see in the script output, you can clearly see that zero divisor. Okay, so the divisor is equal to 0 because like the divisor cannot be 0, so the exception is not handled clearly, so automatically it's propagated and raise an exception. Okay, so this is the basic level of exception, correct? So now if you want to handle it in better way as a best practice, correct, so you can define exception block here and 0 underscore divide. Then you can give one simple statement: divisor cannot be 0. Okay, I'm clearing the output. Okay, so this is a good way of handling with the best practice. You can follow this way. Instead of propagating exception, you can handle it like if the divisor with 0 it comes in, like you can handle it as a best practice. Okay, this is the example answer on the beginning exception what we discuss on answer 1. Okay, so the divisor cannot be 0 causes a runtime error. Okay, so all the exception whatever we are dealing and talking about is called runtime exception. Okay, when you execute the block and what is the outcome of the code, and in case of any error happens, like, and program terminates without an exception handling. So here we handle it thereafter as a best practice also I have explained to you, right? So you can define it. This is a 0_divide exception. Okay, let us jump into example 2. So no data found exception. So let me take this code. Again, in this block what you are trying to understand is we are trying to fetch a first name information from employees table for a given employee ID, but here to handle the exception I'm purposely giving a invalid employee ID. Okay, when I give invalid employee ID, it will try to fetch that particular employee ID in the employees table. It cannot locate that employee ID. What will happen? It will get into exception block, and it will check for no data found exception, define it here. It's defined it line number 13, and it will throw this message. Okay, no record found for the record you are looking for, that employee ID, correct? So let us try to understand. You see that? So it cannot find that particular employee details, so automatically it will go to the exception block with a no data found exception. That's why you are getting the message very clearly. This is about hands-on 2 with specific to no data found exception. Okay, so no data found exception, again like I mentioned, is like a system or Oracle or predefined exception we can call it. So program continues gracefully after handling it. We handle it very well in line number 13, that's why it gracefully completed. Otherwise it will be terminated like in hands-on 1 what we discussed, correct? So now let us jump into example 3. So here we are going to discuss about too many rows. In the previous example we tried to get one single record for the given employee, correct? But in this case what happened, we didn't give any where clause here. What will happen, we want to get the salary, but we are not giving any specific employee, because like select statement at a given point of time it can retrieve only one row, but we are forcing to raise an exception for our learning purpose. So assuming that the employees table has like 100 records, but it cannot fit in for the scalar data, correct? V underscore salary single at a given point of time, one single data only can be stored, correct? So let's try to understand running this particular block. Okay, so query returns more than one row, so it fetches more than one row, right? Like if I try to give employee underscore ID is equal to 100, so you can see the difference, correct? So it can locate it, but whereas in the previously, so that's the difference. Okay, this is about hands-on 3 with example too many rows we discussed. Like select into must return only one row given point of time. So to gracefully execute the program, we handle the too many rows exception. Okay, now let us discuss about unhandled exception. So like both no data or zero divide or too many rows kind of exception we're not handling. Okay, we didn't define it in exception block. What will happen, others block is the last and last block it will handle if it is not defined. Okay, to gracefully complete the program. Okay, let's try to understand this one. See here, so here we didn't define a 0_divide exception. So what happened, this program will automatically go to the unhandled exception. This is called unhandled exception block. If it is not properly handled. So whereas if I try to, for your understanding, if I try to repeat the 0_divide exception, 0_divide exception we discussed just before. So what is the difference here? You handle it correctly, 0_divide exception, so hence it is not getting into the unhandled exception, the last block, correct? So you can that's what, like you have to manage your code neat and clean so that it can be easily maintainable. Okay, so that's the thing, like all unhandled exception it will go and should be used carefully. Like you cannot, because like if you use unhandled exception you cannot understand what exactly the exception belongs to, right? Like you have to write your code carefully. And the last part, so far we discussed about system defined or predefined exception, correct? Now let us jump into the final interesting thing of user defined exception. So like I mentioned, it can be like a business looking for particular rule specific. I want to handle the exception. For example, age in the application cannot be less than 15. Okay, so I want to handle as a user defined exception. In that case, line number 4, if you see that I'm giving the exception name, and you have to use the keyword called exception. Then when you try to handle the control logic flow, the wherever the age is less than 18, automatically raises exception, and that particular business as a user defined exception, the line number 11, I'm trying to handle it. If I try to run the code, this is the output. Okay, so if the age is see here, the age I'm defined as 15, is less than 18, correct? That's the thing. Okay, so user defined exception allowed. Customer error handling for business rule specific or something, it can be raised. Okay, so the common mistakes like forgetting to the add exception section, so which will be costly. Then we don't know like what exactly happening in the background, and it is hard to maintain when it goes to production, everything, correct? Like you have to be very precise in how you're handling it. Okay, and when others without specific handling also is not good an idea. Try to be specific. Most of the exception, like it can be system defined or user defined exception. We can discuss more in advanced topic like pragma exception in it also, but at this point of time it's too much for the beginners level, so I'm ignoring it. Gradually we'll discuss those things in a later part. Okay, then coming back to the best practice, like handle the specific exception before others, like I mentioned before, correct? Like don't skip it, so that the code can be easily manageable, correct? Then avoid masking errors unnecessarily. Keep logic simple and clear so that other developers can understand. Okay, and finally coming to the summary, whatever we discussed, exception handling improves the program reliability, and predefined and user defined exception can be managed. Exception section prevents abrupt program termination, and we don't know the cause behind the scene, correct? All those things is the reason to handle it effectively. Hope this video really helpful for you. Like if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me. Thanks. Please subscribe my channel.